Manasi pratisthita mano me vachi pratishthitam Aviravirma edhi Vedasyama anistha Shrutam me ma prahasihi Anena dhitena horatran Samdadhami Ritam vadishyami Satyam vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. By reading mantra today, I got another insight. Why to protect me? The speaker. Why speaker has to be protected? Because if speaker is not protected, then the knowledge can be distorted. And not only in its form of speech, but also in the content and meaning. So it's very important to protect the one who expresses this knowledge in manifestation, because then it will be not distorted. That protection is to be kept. Well, it got distorted anyhow, so didn't help. Well, we try. All right, here we are. Verse number 5 of hymns 37, 10th mandala, to Surya. Vishvasya hi preshito rakshasi vratam aherayan ucharasi svadha anu yad adyatva Surya upapravamahai tamno deva anu mansirata kratum. The law of vratam, or natural movement. Vratam is from root vrit, to rotate, something which is taking place. Actually, vrata has many more meanings. Yes, as you know, it is also a vow which we give vratam. Pativratam, you remember of Savitri. Savitri gave Pativratam, the vow of to follow her husband even to death. So this vratam has many meanings, but it is that groove or habit or even dharma of some kind, dharmic activity, yes, which is natural to the being. So of the universe, this natural groove you protect, Rakshasi, indeed, of the universe, of all. Vishwa is all, every and universe. Vishvasya hi preshitah Rakshasi vratam. And preshitah is sent forward. You, O Surya, protect the all in their movement being sent forward. It's kind of interesting. Who sent him forward? Free from wrath, aherayan, not creating any hatred or wrath. You rise following your own way, ucharasi svadha anu, in accordance with your own nature, svadha. Yad adyatva Surya upabravamahai. And when we today, Adya, try to approach you, Upabrava Mahai. Upabru is really to speak about or pray or to approach with prayer. We try to approach you with our prayers in the words, O Surya. May the gods permit, consent or grant us Anumansirata. It's Anumanta, yes, to consent. Anumati, grant, grace. It's actually Anumati is also grace, that which responds to our call. May the gods grace us, grant us this will of ours, this kratu. Now, kratu is will, power, creative will, intention maybe in this case, this action, intention which we want to get. May they grant us our wish, literally, this will of ours. And then, Tamno Dyava Prithivi Tanna Apa Indrah Shrinvantu Marato Havam Vachach Ma Shune Bhuma Suryasya Samdrishi Bhadram Jivanta Jaranam Ashimahi. This our offering and invocation. May heaven and earth hear. May Dyava Prithivi Shrinvantu. Here Shrinvantu belongs to all. You see, Dyava Prithivi is dual, Apach is plural, Indra is singular, Marutach is plural, all of them Shrinvantu. So I'm speaking to the Sanskrit students who are looking for the meaning in the words. Tam, that ours, Dyava Prithivi, or heaven and earth, it's actually accented. Tan nach Apach, that the waters of ours, that prayer, that intention, kratum from the previous, or that vachach, which is here, Havam Vachach, yes? Indra Shrinvantu, may attend to or hear Shrinvantu. Marutach Havam Vachach, and Maruts, our invocation word. This invocation, this our offering and invocation, and may heaven and earth hear, may Indra and waters and Maruts hearken. Hearken is kind of attend to, or notice that there is something there. Please notice that there is an invocation. Take care of that invocation. And in the fullness of the sun, may we never be absent. Ma shune bhuma, very ancient language. May we be not. May we never be absent in the emptiness. Suryasya Sandrishi, in the fullness of the sun, in the full vision of the sun. May we be never, how to put it, deficient. May we be never deficient in the fullness of the look of the sun. It's an interesting thing because in other places it is said many times that sun is very destructive to our sinful or inefficient way of being. So when the supramental touch is there, supramental look, especially samdrish, total look of the sun. In the total look of the sun, may we be never deficient or absent. Yeah? and Bhadram Jivantah, happily living, Jaranama Shimahi, to the old age. Literally, may we enjoy the becoming old, Jaranam Ashimahi. It's kind of important for all of us getting aged slowly, yes, so we need to know that mantra. Jaranam Ashimahi, may we enjoy our old age. So the old age is implied, that means immortality is not yet possible. But do not, may we be never be, how to say, be absent in the fullness of the sun, in the full awareness of the sun, in the supramental fullness, and may we be never deficient. May we never be deficient. Notice interesting form for Sanskrit students, bhuma. Yeah? Not bhavema, not bhavama, but bhuma. Root and ma ending. It's an imperative. These are the Vedic forms.
Vladimir, does Shune have anything to do with emptiness?
Yes, that is emptiness, absolutely. Here I put Shuna. Emptiness, lack, want, absence in the Rig Veda. Notice. May we be never in lack of Surya's look at us. Or may we be always fit to his intention to manifest the divine. Yeah? May we be always worthy of his endeavor here. You see so many kind of ways of saying it. Well, it is very meaningful to us. May our life be meaningful to the manifestation of the divine here, and not meaningless.
Ma Shune Home sounds like may emptiness never be.
Yes, but bhuma is may we be, yeah? Never. Ma bhuma is the first person plural. It's we. Shune in the emptiness, literally, because shune is locative. Ma shune bhuma, such a simple language. Ma is negative particle of imperative. Vishvaha tva sumanasach suchakshasach prajavantach anamivach anagasach. I'm adding everywhere the visarga. Udyantam tva mitramaho dive dive jyok jivach prati pashyema surya. Jiyok jiva, you see the construction. Jiyok jiva prati pashyema surya. We have to deconstruct two syllables because two syllables we are short in the meter. May we be always of perfect mind and sight, possessing children of our actions, free from illness and sin, or narrowness, or selfishness, anagasal. May we look upon you rising day by day, O Surya, as on the greatness of Mitra, living long. Jyok Jivach. Or, yeah, Jivach is interesting word. In the Veda, it is like living being, not yet totally, how to say, in the meaning of the soul only, but living souls. Living souls, long time, may we see you rising day by day as the greatness of Mitra. Interesting, Mitra is mentioned, the Lord of the Sun, one of the brothers, Adityas, who is the divine consciousness. So as we spoke about, light is the physical representative of the consciousness in the world. So Vishwaha, its Vedic word, means always or often or always. Vishwaha. Tva. Sumanasach suchakshasach prajavantoch anamivach anagasach udyantam tva. So tva is repeated twice. In the first line, tva, you, always you, we who are of the perfect mind, mentality, and of perfect sight, and having a progeny, and free from disease and sin, free from narrowness, rising you again. So in the first line only you and nothing else, in the second line rising you. Kind of amazing to see how this excitement of the rishis there in the poem. Nothing else, only you always, and that's it. May we be always of perfect mind. And literally it's me who is adding may we be always. Truly speaking, in the verse it's not like this. It's very difficult to put it into English. There is no be always. I added it. Yeah? May we of perfect mind, maybe I can change it. May we always, you, no, I cannot. Maybe, I do not know how to put it. Always you of perfect mind and perfect sight, possessing children of our actions, I'm adding of our actions. I'm following Sri Aurobindo's, not just children, but all the activities and all the creations should endure and have future, which we create, including children. Praja is something which is born forward. La pra, forward, ja, born. Born forward from our activities, from our life. Anamiva anagasach, free from illness, or amiva is illness, and sin, narrowness, selfishness.
Adimir, I didn't get the sense of the twa in the first sentence and the twa in the second sentence.
No?
No, I didn't get it.
Literally, I'm translating now. Always you, we of the perfect mind and of the perfect sight, and with children of our works, without disease and narrowness, rising you, day by day may we see, O Surya. So may we see is at the end here, but you, tva, in the Dvitiya Vibhakti, in the accusative case, in the first line, nearly second word. But we do not know what you, until Pashyema, may we see. So this is kind of always you is enough for Rishi to really continue the whole thing. It doesn't need to make it suitable to the mind. Well, in poetry it's always like this. You can put words as they flow. Mahi Jyotih Bibharatam Tva Vichakshana Bhasvantam chakshushe mayach. Here, bhasvantam chakshushe mayach. Arohantam brihatach pajasach pari. Vayam jivach paripashyema Surya. So Vayam jivach pratipashyema Surya is already like a refrain. Yog jivach paripashyema Surya. And here Vayam jivach, not jog. Pratipashyema Surya. Great light you bring, Mahi Jyotih Bibhratam. This is you bringing a great light. Accusative case. This is participle present tense, third class verbs. Bibhratam, reduplicative, we will learn later, but it is already participle present tense. Yeah? So you bringing vast, great light, all-fulfilling seer, vichakshana. In every eye you manifest the bliss that looks upon you, bhasvantam, bhasvan chakshushe mayach. Chakshushe, in every eye, mayas. Mayas is the Vedic word for bliss. In every eye that looks upon you, I am adding that looks upon you, you manifest your bliss. It's something like when we look at the sun, we know that the life continues. Yeah? The light is here, the sun is rising. Can you imagine the sun is not rising? What will happen then? Arohantam brihatach pajasach pari, rising from vast and glittering substance. Pajas is something very substantial. Firmness, glitter, strength, vigor, sheen even. Yeah? Pajas. Arohantam brihatach pajasach pari. You are rising from the vast or grand substance of the beyond, most probably. Vayam jivach, we living souls, pratipashyema Surya, may we see it always, O Surya. See you always. So it's a kind of a hymn of excitement of the Rishi, talking to Surya. We don't talk to Surya anymore. Don't tell Surya how we are happy that you are here, Surya. May we always see your light and all the bliss you bring to every look at you that we want to experience always till the end of our days. Yasyate vishva bhuvanani ketuna pracherate nicha vishante aktubhih anagastvena harikesh surya ahna no vasyasa ud-ihi. You whose light all the worlds move forward, by whose light all the worlds move forward, and by whose manifesting alternations, I do not know whether there's something, alterations, of day and night, it settles in manifestation. With that purity and vastness, O golden-haired Surya, rise for us day by day, bringing more and more glory. Here we have something unexpected. Surya brings more and more glory to us, it seems. So we are beneficiaries of his rising day by day. We are growing in consciousness day by day with him rising. Interesting that it is for both, for the physical and the supramental, for the spiritual consideration. True for both. You by whose light all the worlds move forward. Yasyate Vishva Bhuvanani Ketuna Pracherate. This is the perfect mixed up with Sarvadhatuka form. Pracherate. So all the worlds, Vishvani Bhuvanani, by whose light, Yasya Ketuna. Ketu is the ray of light, the beam. Pracherate, move forward. Nicha vishanti, and settle aktubhih, by alteration of day and night. Now the word aktu, and we spoke about this, it's a very strange word. I didn't put it in here because we meet it all the time. Aktu is from root anj, to manifest. By manifesting powers. And interestingly, that aktu is, I will have to read from the dictionary to you, it's kind of typical for Vedic language. And for Sanskrit in general. So aktu, what it says, tinge, ray, light, dark tinge, darkness, night. Now you figure out by what it is, by day or by the night, by the light tinge or by the dark tinge. So it is by days and nights. That's why I put by alterations of day and night. By constant kind of huing the light in the darkness. Kind of manifesting all the hues of light from the brightest to the darkest, because the darkest is also the light. It's kind of amazing to think that the darkness is the light. It is not something else. It is the light which is deviating from its origin, from the truth, deviating from the supreme. And the farther it deviates from the supreme, the darker it becomes, the tinge, the darker tinge. So by this whole spectrum of all possible hues of light in manifestation, it settles, you settle, all the worlds settle here in the manifestation. With that purity and vastness, O golden-haired Surya, it's kind of, I coined the word, it's a very clumsy word. Harikesha. Harikesha is Bahuvrihi compound whose hair is golden. Anagastvena. Anagastvam is not narrowness or vastness and not selfishness, selflessness. By selflessness and vastness, or golden hair Surya, day by day, ahna ahna, rise for us. Ud-ihi, notice that this is imperative. Well, we do not know these forms yet. Second class. Rise for us, O Surya, day by day, bringing more and more glory. Vasiyasa, vasiyasa, by more and more of light in manifestation. Rise and rise, O Surya, for us day by day. With your golden corona hair. Hair is those, rays leaving the body of the sun into the darkness. We have another word, Hiranyakesha, yes? It's here, Harikesha. Shamno bhava chakshasas, shamno ahana, sham bhanuna, sham hima, sham gharinena, yatha sham adhavan, yatha sham adhavan, sham asad durone, tat Surya dravinam dhehi chitram. Tat Surya, most probably, yes. Tat Surya dravinam dhehi chitram. Bless us with seeing chakshasa, and by daylight, ahana. Sham bhanuna, bless us by luminosity, by the ray. Sham hima, sham gharinena, blessed by frost and by heat. By cold and heat, bless us, O Surya. Interestingly, that frost also is of heat, hima is mentioned here. Yatha sham advan sham asad durone, as the blessed that is on the path or at home, durone. Tat, that bliss of conscious wealth, dravinam chitram, bestow upon us. Dehi, nach. Dehi literally establish upon us, O Surya. So the blessings of Surya is required. The bliss of seeing and of daylight and of luminosity of the ray and of the cold and heat and of the movement and settlement. Yeah? When we move on the path and when we settled at home, that bliss of conscious dravinam, running energy, bestow upon us. Conscious chitram. Usually chitram is translated as varied riches, with a varied light. Chitram later means picture, means many hues, different colors, but it is still from root chi, to focus consciousness. Chit is consciousness. Chitram is that which creates, or which is the action of consciousness. So I translated conscious wealth. Asmakam deva ubhayaya janmane. Interesting here, it's something interesting. Ubhayaya janmane sharmaya chata dvipade chatushpade adad pibad urjayamanam ashitam tad asme sham yoch arapo dadhatana. O gods, for our double birth, ubhayaya janmane, for our birth as souls and bodies, dvipade chatushpade, here is dvipat and chatushpad comes, establish your perfection, sharma yachata, give your sharman, your perfection, your protection, give us support of food and drink, adat, what is drinking, pibat, eating and drinking, urjayamanam, which is full of energy. Full of energy, drink and food, ashitam. Ashitam is the food. Strengthening food for drinking and for eating. Do not know how to even translate it. These are participles. Adat, eating, pibat, drinking in the singular, and neuter. Yeah? Urjayamanam, invigorating, ashitam, to be eaten. Tad asme shamyoh, that grant us. Shamyoh arapoch dadhatana. Dadhatana establish it for us as safety and happiness, the translation. Arapach is not hurting. Shamyoh, usually translated as happiness, some beneficial state of being. These are not translatables, yes? Shamyoh. Nobody knows what it is. We tried to crack it from the etymological point of view. Sham is always Shanti, it's Sham root, yes, which is also bliss, bliss and peace, blissful peace. That's why Sham, Sham, Sham everywhere in the previous verse. And Yoh, you, interesting, it looks like it is the genitive case of you, or ablative case of you word. And you is the root which means to unite, to yoke, to hold together. So holding together to blissful peace, you grant us, establish for us. Connection to the blissful peace. I know that it is too much for everybody to listen to all these things, but still we are trying to deal with the language which is very, very archaic. But since Vedic language is constantly following the etymological significance regularly, 100%, so I dare to kind of try to think, what is this yoh about? From here, many other words like yug, yuj, yoga, yoking, uniting, and so on. So union with blissful peace, unhurting, safety, something which is not hurting, which is not diminishing, which is not destroying it, mutilating. Arapas. Rapas is something very strongly hurting. You see, not hurting, beneficial, simply. This is what dictionary gives. They don't know how to deal with this because you have to limit yourself with translations. And the last verse, and we finish with this hymn today. Yatvo devach chakrima jihvaya guru manasova prayuti deva heranam aravayo no abhi duchunayate tasmintad eno vasavo nidhetana. Very archaic forms in 10th mandala. Usually the Western scholars believe that 10th mandala is later mandala because of the few hints like Purusha Suktam and so on. But truly speaking, I don't see it in the language form anywhere to be less archaic than those few mandalas in the middle, from 2nd to the 7th mandala, they consider to be the oldest. Yadvo devach chakrima jihvaya guru literally means what we created difficult for you, heavy for you in our word, speech, jihvaya, by the tongue. O gods, if we harmed you by our speech, manasova prayuti deva heranam, or by our absent-mindedness offended you, that deviating sin direct to the one who is hostile and wishes to harm us. Clever. They know that it cannot be already undone. So since the energy is created there, it's a magical operation. Yeah? So since it is there, okay, just use it, but against those who want to harm us. And this is the end of the hymn. All right. So if you have anything to, you see 108 pages, the whole file is called. It's significant of this Surya hymns. They got fitted into 108 pages. So if you have something to share, some thoughts, or some other thoughts.
Vladimir, why does he say of frost and heat?
Yes, why do you think? I don't know really.
Is it trying to make us see both the double nature?
Maybe frost is also an absence of light, yes?
Hmm.
Make us know or be blissful to us in frost, in your absence of light, and in your presence too much of in heat. Well, they have to cover the whole range of, yes, of. It's like the darkness and the light, yes? The darkness is also the light. That's what we spoke. And the suffering is bliss, yes? Which is also deviating from the truth of its own supreme existence, yes? Bliss, narrowed by consciousness, becomes pain.
It seems like that whole uh, verse was talking about opposites. You know, was talking about when we're away and when we're at home, when it's daylight and when it's dark, when it's cold and when it's heat. That it was covering all those possibilities.
Very nice, yeah. Because those actually, those opposites are actually the same thing, yeah? They are about the same central topic. Yeah? The light and the darkness are about the light, about the supreme light in manifestation, all the hues of light, all the manifested forms of light. The same at home and on the path, on the way out of home. So this is also the all modalities of being, yeah? In movement and in stillness, in mobility and immobile. This right, it covers all the possibilities of our existence. In every of these modalities of our existence, be present to us, O Surya. In death and in life and death, yes, I do. Till the death, I never could understand this, till the death parts will part us. I will be with you till the death will part us, you know. That's what they say in the marriage party. Why death should part us? As if we are parted by death. Never could understand why they put that limitation for love. It's going over death and to another life. I think
Well, they
it's
didn't know any better.
yes, it is the whole thing what they knew, that the death is the end, as if it is the end.
Then also in hymn number 9, there is this reference to Surya's hair.
Yeah.
Uh, I feel,
Harikesha.
yes, I feel there's something more deeper in that. The hair of the god. It seems to be more uh, powerful with energy, more uh, consciousness. I don't know. There's something more deeper in that. I'm not finding the right word. It reminds me, in a way, of Shiva's hair, which is so full of strength that he could take the force of uh, the Ganga falling into his hair.
Mm. And
So, similarly, Surya, he manifests this rays that comes to us to bring us more deeper into his consciousness, more
into his
aware.
hair. We will be lost like Ganga in the hair of Surya.
Yeah, I just feel there's something so powerful, something more so powerful there. I don't know.
Yes, that's why the rishis never cut their hair. They always keep it uncut. It is believed that cutting hair is a very tricky thing. Radha wants me to take a haircut, so I resist. Yes, I'm joking. Something in the head is happening, yes. And if you don't have hair, then it's easier. Yeah. Robin is smiling.
I was just thinking, Vladimir, that hair really is like a transition from the physical, from the dense barrier of our skin into the etheric, because it's filaments, it's fibers that are going from our body out into the atmosphere. So it's like a transit, hair is like a transition from the subtle to the physical.
Mm.
If our hair were to go out straight out from our head in every direction, it would be like an aura, a physical aura, but going out into the non-physical.
Well, like the sun, rays of the sun. Yes, it is that corona around the sun, and
Mm.
is in
Mm.
the air actually.
Actually, I think it's spiritual strength is held in the air,
Mm.
in the hair. For instance, we have the, excuse me, the story of Samson and Delilah. You know, when she chopped off his hair, he lost all his spiritual power.
Mm.
So the hair also it holds spiritual strength. That is the belief. That is why one should not cut it.
That's why in this in India and India there is a strong belief, especially in this.
South India, they donate their hair.
Yeah.
They go and shave off all their hair in the temple in Tirupati. I don't know if you're aware of it, but that is in order to seek some worldly desire or some desire has been fulfilled. Then they go to the temple and they donate all their hair, men and women, along with jewelry.
Oh.
That is a belief in South India. They
Sikh,
give their hair.
Sikhs do not cut their hair; they keep it.
Sikhs never cut their hair. And I've also heard that the temple, therefore, does a great business with human hair wigs.
Oh,
You know, that's the downside of it. But the darker side of human nature, you can see right there.
interesting. Yeah. So there's much occultism connected to the hair. Yes.
And the Himalayan, the saints, you know, the ascetics, they grow all their hair. They have those dreadlocks
Mm.
because they don't even run a comb through the hair.
Mm. Well, and if you have lice, then it's very difficult. Then, then you have to live with.
Hopefully you don't have lice.
No, I mean when it's matted hair, and then
Yes.
you get lice. Oh God, you cannot
Hmm.
have it unless you shave your hair. Well, to get lice is quite easy. If with this long hair, if you never brush that and never even wash it, so you can.
Yes.
What is there in the head? The whole kingdom.
Yes.
Vladimir, when you were talking, I suddenly got a sense that, the words bless and the word bliss are so similar. Any
I
any
think
clue
they're connected.
why?
Most probably, English people have to know that. Bliss and bless. Bless is the most probably like a causative of bliss. Create bliss, yeah, give bliss, or love bliss. So bliss is the root, and blessayati is the causative. Usually it is like this in English, the same. Sit and sat, suppose. I'm not just making up only, but there is something about causativeness, causal, degree is there in change of the letter within the root. So it becomes gunated, usually gunated, like sit and sat. And there are more examples, only it doesn't come into my mind. Maybe this is bliss and bless. Is another example. We are studying grammar, and this, from the grammar point of view, it's quite interesting to notice these things. Yeah, that the meaning is close, but changes in its own kind of application. It's more causal. Right. Okay. So this was it for this hymn, and I think for one more hymn is there, difficult one. I didn't want to take it with canvas, different styles, very difficult to interpret. I tried, but always was. We can take it and see what we can do with absolutely impossibly difficult hymn.
Vladimir, you also said you would do that hymn or tell us about Yama and Yami.
All right, yes, we will look into it because it's Vaivasvata Yama, yes.
Yeah.
The Rishi is Yama himself, yeah. So we will look into.
Can we do that next time, please?
All right. Yeah, it's related to our studies of the sun. Yeah, so
If it's okay with everyone.
yeah, absolutely. It's a much easier hymn in a way than that what I wanted. Well, one more is waiting for us to finish with all the hymns to Surya and Savitri in the Rig Veda. Can you imagine? There are only few, only 12 hymns. Of course, there are 6 hymns to Pushan. Gita Shri has to be excited. She loves Pushan for some reason.
I was waiting for that for so long.
Right, I never did this study with hymns to Pushan with anyone, only myself. So it would be a good for us to do 6 hymns. And that would conclude all the hymns to, no, then there is Mitra and Varuna hymns, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's stop here for today and I close with the mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santo Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om. Namaste.